What's up, and welcome to the Conjecturing Podcast. I'm your host, Laura, and joining me tonight, we've got Rob.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? Just hanging out on the beach. I wish I was with Greg over there, hanging out with Greg.
Yeah,
Greg's
look
actually on the
at
beach.
me and my
No.
sushi here. I've got
Oh
like a
my
cocktail.
Oh,
god!
man, we're back. We're mukbanging, Greg. Mukbang that.
Oh no!
Get close to the mic, Greg. Get close to the mic for those mukbangers out there. I want to
That's
hear
Greg.
I don't know if you guys are podcasting tonight. I'm just like having a pina colada and chilling.
Oh my god!
Greg is chilling right now. Greg is chilling right
That
now.
was
Wow.
fantastic. I was not expecting that at all.
Let me hear that rice in your mouth slap. Let me hear it slap.
Oh no, no!
That's an after episode special, dude.
Oh, man.
You know,
that's
Rob,
fucking
I'm
funny.
gonna
Hit
have
the
to
subscribe
switch
for
up.
that.
Rob, I'm gonna have to. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to switch up the intro because I always intro you first, and then you derail us, and then I give Greg like the most half-assed intro ever. I'm like, and there it is, Greg.
That's funny. I know, man. Greg's been nailing it lately with these intros, man. Yeah, good job, man, dude. I'm getting fucking hungry. Now this guy's eating sushi and
I
shit.
know, I want sushi.
Holy
Yo, this
fuck,
shit
dude.
this is good, fresh from Stater Brothers, man.
Oh, I don't want that sushi.
No, you can't hate it. You can't hate it. All right, so what are we doing, Laura? What are we doing?
We are doing 2026's Send Help, another new movie, so that's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, did you guys see this one in theaters?
Yeah, I did. I did on your guys' recommendation. You guys, who saw it for Greg? You saw it first, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think Greg saw it first.
Right?
Yeah, I saw
and
it there, yeah.
you were kind of like saying on the thread, like, this movie's fucking pretty fucking wild and shit. And then Laura saw it. And then eventually we were trying to pick what movie we're going to do. And I was like, hey, like, I'll run to the theater if you guys really want to talk about this. And you guys are
Yeah.
both like, yeah, it's fucking wild enough. We should probably do it.
Yeah.
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 Pretty great. So this was directed by Sam Raimi, which, I mean, this movie was like peak Sam Raimi. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this might be my
100%.
favorite one that he's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Rachel McAdams is a big favorite in my household. My husband is literally obsessed with her. So it's actually kind of funny though, because after we saw this movie, I was like, so where does this rank on like your Rachel McAdams flicks? And he's like, well, I think the acting by her was really great. He's like, but he's more of like a Notebook type of Rachel McAdams fan,
Interesting. That's
where
funny.
she's not
That's
covered
funny.
in blood and
Yeah.
Like mud.
boar feces and, you know.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, and this movie did pretty well. I mean, it had a $40 million budget, pretty big, and then it made $94 million at the box office. So, you know, definitely made money. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get going. Let's get into it. So, Rachel McAdams, she plays Linda Little, and she is like a frumpy, greasy. Oh, nice. Greg just switched his background. Oh, to them eating sushi. I love that
Yeah.
scene.
There you
Oh
go,
my
man.
gosh.
There you go.
Yeah, so Linda is like very just unkept, and she works in strategy and planning, not accounting,
Oh, okay.
at like a at like a financial management consulting firm type company. And so, you know, the movie opens up. She's like frantically working on like a quarterly financial report or something, and so she gets it done. And then some younger like bro at her company
Yeah.
is like, "All right, let's go like, you know, show this to the higher ups, the executives, whatever." And then he's like, "Oh no, not you. Like, I'm taking it." And so he takes this report that she's like spent all this time writing and takes it in there and takes credit for it. So you could tell she's just like very unhappy at this job. She's good at it, but she's not getting to where she wants to be. And the coworkers are all just like younger than her, and they're all just douchey. Just like a lot of douchey coworkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a really cringe scene where a bunch of the younger coworkers that sit near her, they're talking about going to happy hour after work and like hitting up a karaoke joint. And she's like trying to invite herself. She's like, "Oh, I love karaoke and I love doing this song." And it's just, it's so cringe because they're like, you know, she's that Linda, right?
Yeah,
the Linda that you just, oh.
It's very much the Sam Raimi, like, cold comedy, like cringe, but it's kind of funny that like they're not reacting to her and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's what the cool thing is, like, it sets up her character pretty well. Like, you know, she's a hard worker, obviously, but no one is like vibing with her at all. And there's this bit that you see over and over again in this movie where she uses like humor to try to like diffuse awkward situations, but it's only more awkward, and people will like ask her like to repeat her joke, and it's just even worse the second time. Like where she got shut down by finance bro, she was like, oh, I guess the elevator to success is out of order, huh? And everyone's like, come again?
Yeah.
And then when she says it again, it's just like you feel the secondhand embarrassment. But like, it's such a cool intro for who she is.
She just seems super like socially awkward.
She's socially awkward. Yeah.
Good, great at her job, but like not a people person. Yeah.
Very smart. Yeah, she's very smart. So later on, we see her like at home, and again, just like she's so like greasy, and she's in a robe, and she's like frantically talking to her bird, Sweetie, at home. Like that's her only companion because she doesn't have any friends. But what we see is throughout her house, she has all these survivalist books. So okay, we already know like she knows what to do. She's really well educated when it comes to surviving the elements and whatnot. And yeah, a lot of scenes, and this is also kind of like a big Sam Raimi thing, but a lot of scenes close up of her mouth, like eating and like food coming out.
Well, we haven't even got to that part yet, but like, yeah, she's at home.
It's like that in her house scene when she's eating dinner. She's like making a sandwich and.
Yeah, it's Sam Raimi's like thing. It's his directing style. Like there's certain parts of this movie where I'm like, am I watching like Spider-Man? Like the close-ups on like Doc Ock and stuff like that.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like and I love it. And I love his like it's very cartoonish directing. You know what I mean? And for this movie it works really well because this movie is like so like wild that it fits perfectly with this. So I liked it. I liked it. Yeah. And she watches Survivor. Survivor comes on. And she's talking to her bird about Survivor.
She's obsessed with Survivor.
Obsessed, drinking her fucking wine and like eating a piece of bread with her bird and shit.
This hurt me though because she's like trying to have like a cutesy moment with her bird and the bird doesn't even want to do it. Fucking sandwich with her. It's like, oh, and she's like, come on, just do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, just
even the bird
cringe.
is like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with you. Yeah.
But you do get the sense that like this, like she's kind of also benefiting from. So you can tell that she's isolated, doesn't have friends, just her bird, but she is still working on herself in some way, right? She's very self-sufficient. She's cooking for herself. Yeah. You see the pictures of her at the Grand Canyon. Actually, when I watched this on my phone the second time, I paused it when they were like panning across the bookshelf.
Oh, nice.
And the book names were pretty funny. It was like Women Who Hike, 1001 Ways to Be Alone, How to Talk to Your Bird. There were like some really funny books.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
How to talk to your bird. That's
but it was literally like you could tell, and all the pictures of her, it was just her and herself.
Yeah.
Like out in nature, the forest, and it's like it's cool, but at what cost? You can tell she's a little bit like antisocial.
Right. Yeah, and she's talking. One thing we noticed is she's talking to her bird about like her job and this and that, and about this new like president that's taken over, which was like the boss's son who passed, and the father passed away. And she's like, I think I'm gonna get the promotion. Like we met at the Christmas party. I think he was flirting with me, and this and that. So it's really setting up the meeting you're about to have with him, of her being like, oh, it's going to go really well, and I think he's attractive, and this and that. So yeah, then
even though he's like way younger than her, but okay.
Really? I didn't really take them as like that far apart in age, but she's aged really well.
There's a 20-year difference. I don't know,
and that's probably is true, but I think she's aged really well, and I think he just looks older. You know what I mean? Like he looks like a baby. He looks like he has more wrinkles on his face than she did to me.
Okay, you're tripping. Let's move on.
I mean, I really like Rachel McAdams, so maybe that's why I'm de-aging her.
She is the most beautiful woman. Just ask my husband. Like she is gorgeous and has definitely aged well. But Dylan, what's his name? Dylan O'Brien. He's a baby. Yeah. He's a baby.
Okay,
face.
If you say so, Laura. If you say so, all right. I guess anyway. I'm a baby too. I'm a baby too, guys. So yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you got that little baby face.
Yeah, that's me. Me and my little baby face. You know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the next day we meet Dylan O'Brien's character, and he is the one that's like, being appointed the new president or CEO or whatever of the company. And so another super cringe scene where she introduces herself to him.
Like stuffing her tuna sandwich in her mouth.
Yeah, she's just eaten her tuna sandwich. So there's like tuna on the side of her mouth.
At her desk, yeah.
Yeah, ate it at her desk. She's like talking to him, and he's just narrowing in on this like nastiness
Piece of chunk.
her.
Yeah.
All of yeah.
We got the zoom in, like the close up of her mouth with the tuna hanging there, and then it cuts to like a close up of his eyes, like straining, trying to like not look at it, but like zone in on it. It's a really good directing by Sam Raimi in this opening. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he's super disgusted. And then he goes into his office. He's talking to someone else, and he is fucking livid because there's a piece of tuna on his hand. At first, he's like, "What is this?"
He tells the guy, "Smell it,
smell it." His advisor's like, "Sniff it, yeah,
sniff it, yeah." And he's like, "No." The guy is like, "No, I'm not gonna fucking sniff it." And he's like, "Sniff it," you know. He's like the fucking boss. He's the president, like. And he's like, "All right." And then he goes to like, he goes to the close up of the nostrils like flaring and shit, and then he's like, "Yeah, it's tuna fish," and he's like, "Oh, fucking that lady with her tuna fish, yeah."
But then that guy tells him, like, you know, she is up for the VP promotion. She's been here forever. She did a lot for your dad and, like, deserves it. But he's just like, no, I'm not giving it to her. I'm giving it to my bestie, who's the douche guy we met.
The golf bro. Frat house boy.
Yeah, the golf bro. Yeah, exactly. And then the other guy kind of tells him, like, okay, well, there's a big merger coming up, and, like, you're going to need her for it. So, like, at least keep her around for that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he announces that other golf douchey finance bro is going to be the new VP, and Linda is just beyond upset and pissed off. And she actually, after she composes herself, she goes storming into his office, and he's having a pretty inappropriate interview with like another young girl.
Like a total typical, he's like, "How far are you willing to go beyond for me?" or something like that. And he's like touching his like belt and shit, like, and he's standing in front of her, like, you know, pelvis in front of her face, like,
too, right?
Yeah, it's just so like, it's not even
a door open policy.
Yeah, yeah. So it's definitely like innuendo, like shit like that, you know. But it's like the typical, it's a typical like power hungry male. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna like fuck all my secretaries and do whatever I want. You know? It's
Yeah, so she goes in and is like respectfully, like, this is the wrong decision. Why is it not me? And he tells her, like, when it comes down to it, like, you're not a people person, and you're not really well liked, and you're not charming. And he needs someone who is those things. And then he's like, I also want someone who like golfs, like, just go golfing with. And then his fiance walks in, really beautiful, like supermodel looking woman. Her name is Zuri. And in front of his fiance, and like for the whole office to hear, he then tells Linda, like, "Oh, there's been complaints about like your odors, like you smell."
Yeah, so he's like, I think it was the tuna fish, like, and he says something like, you know, we're supposed to eat in the break room. We don't eat at our desks because of the smells, and people need to focus and shit. And so I think it's just like super embarrassing, of course, you know.
Yeah, so she's super upset, but he does tell her actually earlier, like, you know, come with us to Bangkok, like, for this merger, and prove me wrong, you know. So she's invited. So now we're in the scene where they're getting ready to get on the private jet on the way to Bangkok. And she's being her awkward self again. And they're all just kind of ignoring her. And so they're on the plane.
It's all the bros. Like, it's like 4 bros.
Yeah, it's all the bros and her. And
yeah, she's like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed coming out. And they're just like, they don't even acknowledge her. It's so messed up.
Yeah. So it's really sad on the plane, too, because she's working like really hard and actually like discovers like a loophole that could really help them. And they have found that she actually applied to be on Survivor, and they're watching her video that she submitted and just making fun of her. And she takes out her like headphones briefly and hears it and recognizes it, obviously.
I mean, it was pretty funny. Like,
I know.
It was like her being like, I like to read, but I also like the outdoors. And she's standing on top of like a kid's jungle gym in the park. And she's like hugging a tree. And, you know.
Like, when I watched this, like, I could see the humor in it, but like a bigger part of me was like actually impressed. I'm like, if I were on that plane, I wouldn't be laughing. I'm like, this is awesome. Whoever's doing, like, I don't know. I was like really like putting myself in the shoes and being like, yeah, it's actually kind of impressive. It's cool to me.
We're also like not douchebags. That's why, like, like they're douchebags. So that's why to them it's like fucking ridiculous and stupid, you know?
She pulls off a really good, like, hurt look too. Like, without overdoing it, you can see in her face she's like mortified.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great actress.
No.
Yeah.
She's
She almost
so good.
she
So
almost
good.
plays two characters in this movie.
She does.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Which
for
is
sure.
like kudos to her. Like she's a great actress, Rachel McAdams. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, can I just briefly tell you guys something? I was watching an interview with Dylan O'Brien, and he was like, he had nothing but nice things to say about Rachel McAdams. And he was like, oh my God, she's so crazy. You know, after like scenes where he would be really mean to her, she would come up to him after and be like, how is it? Like, are you getting hard on yourself? It's like really hard to play a bully. I just want to make sure you're okay. And she's like, you know, I had to play a bully in like a movie once, just like, you know, nonchalant. And he goes, was that movie Mean Girls? Are you literally like referencing you playing Regina from Mean Girls? And she's like, yeah, you know, that was really hard to like play a bully. And she's just so sweet. And he's like, you don't, we all know you, like you were in Mean Girls. Like she's
That's
just
funny.
very,
That's funny. Wow.
That's common knowledge.
you know, yeah,
Yeah.
It's cute.
really sweet. Okay, so anyway, back to the plane. It starts to hit a ton of turbulence. And so they're like putting on their seatbelts. Well, the main guy was like, if you're a pussy, put on your seatbelt. But
Yeah.
his seatbelt's
He's
on.
buckled
So,
in,
I mean,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. And now it's so bad, the plane is going down. Like something happened to the engines.
This is a really cool fucking sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like great directing, like action, like this is really fucking cool.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone that wasn't wearing a seatbelt, which is pretty much everyone but her, but Linda and what's his name? Bradley? Is that his name? Bradley. Is flying all around. They're flying all around.
Right.
And then the windows start to break, and then the like walls of the airplane are like breaking off. So now people are like flying out the hole. And then there's like kind of a crazy scene. I don't know if one of you want to talk about where like the douchey VP guy
Oh, Donovan.
gets Donovan gets sucked
so
out
like
of the plane.
yeah, one of the guys immediately gets sucked out right away. Then it is like her in her seat, she's holding on to her seatbelt, and the Donovan guy who like took her like kind of like report in the beginning. It's like the guy that got the VP role or whatever above her. He's like grabbing her legs, being like, oh my God, and he's like, give me your seat, like unbuckle yourself to sacrifice for me. And she's like, no. And then one of the other guys grabs onto his leg, and so they're both pulling, and the Donovan guy like kicks the other guy in the face multiple times, being like, get the fuck off me. That guy gets sucked out the window. Then it's Donovan again, and he's like crawling up her legs and like grabs her neck and is like strangling her to like get the seat. And then she goes and finds like a fork on the ground sliding by and just like stabs him in the hand, and he like flies out the fucking window. This is fucking awesome. He like flies out the window, and through a couple scenes in the beginning of this movie, he's wearing suspenders, and like the president guy like snaps him and shit, you know, but his suspenders get caught on like a piece of metal as he flies out, so it like hooks him to the side of the plane. So then the camera, you hear like this thudding, and the camera like slowly pans over to her window, and it's his face banging against the glass, and he's like, Linda, and then she just like slow
She shuts the
puts
blinds.
the blind down.
That was
So
hilarious.
fucking great. So
love
Sam Raimi of like
Right.
that sequence and that scene and like that brutality to end with like a comedic like window going down.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. I loved it.
Oh
yeah.
man. Oh, so the plane, it's nearing water, it crashes into water, and so Linda is able to swim out and she survives. And she comes out, and like it's nighttime and it's raining, but you can see in the like distance that there is an island. So you know, off screen she swims to that island. And so she's on this island. It's the next day. She's walking really far in like the heat through the sand, and she stumbles across Bradley. Bradley had put like one of those little, you know,
life vest.
flotation, the life vest, and somehow, I don't know, got out and either swam or floated to shore. But so he's alive, but he's injured pretty badly. He has like a bad, not break in his leg, but
I'm pretty sure from seeing most movies like Castaway, when you go through the water and you get hit with waves, you end up getting impaled on coral. So I'm pretty sure he got impaled with coral at some
makes
point,
sense.
because it looks like a big gouge in the side of his leg. It doesn't look like a break, but it looks like a big cut. Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't your
So she-
background like the moment, or is it
Laura's background?
Oh my!
Yeah, we're
No,
like
this
she's
is
kinda
just
Oh, it's her. It's
No, this is
later.
just
Okay.
her looking down on him
Okay.
like, you idiot.
Well, like
Which
the
is
thing is,
why I
like
chose
this.
it.
This is exactly what I. One of the things I love most is like this scene that's in your background, or the one where she comes across his body on the beach. I
She
just
questions.
I love when you like when you look at her face, you can like read what she's thinking, and then it's almost like she'll
Hmm.
say the thing that you thought she was thinking. Like
Hmm.
when she popped into the screen, the first thing I thought was like she was kind of upset that he was alive,
Yeah.
and like her
Oh,
face was
yeah.
screaming like it had to be you, and then like
Yeah.
she literally said that, and I was just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh,
Had to be
it's so
you.
good,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, she gets to work right away. She
Mm-hmm.
knows how to, this is like what she
Yeah.
knows how to do. She's a
Yeah.
survivalist. So she's
Mm-hmm.
using rocks and leaves and vines and tree
Mm-hmm.
logs, and she's making shelter, and she's collecting all the fresh rainwater so they can have water. And so, yeah, like she knows exactly what to
It's
do.
funny. I have to tell you guys, like, I'm a big, like, I wouldn't say I'm a survivalist person, but I do love watching, not Survivor, because that's like fucking fake reality, but like
Yeah.
fucking, like watching like Alone on Netflix, where you have to go live in the wilderness by yourself, like fucking Bear Grylls, like those type of survival shows. I love watching those things. So like, I feel like I could be Linda in real life. Like, if I got
Hmm.
stranded on an island, I really think I could do what she did in this movie.
I don't know, man. Do you have the
Okay.
book 1001 Ways to Be Alone on your shelf? If not,
I don't. I don't have
not in
that.
the
I don't
least
have
bit
that.
prepared.
Yeah, yeah. But I
I
thought everything
mean,
was pretty practical.
It looked
yeah.
legit what she was
Like
doing.
I think they did a lot
Yeah.
of research into like what you would actually do and things you would do, and
Right.
not doing like overly crazy things where it's
Yeah.
like she's fucking building like a whole like camp and shit. Like she made a
Right.
very minimal structure, which is like, oh, okay, I can see anybody doing that. Like, great.
You guys
So it
ever
was
go,
really
like
cool.
I
see on
couldn't do
TikTok
that.
those
Well, not you,
guys who
but
like are in Cambodia or whatever, and they like will use a shovel and then dig out like a basement and then create a structure out of like trees?
yeah,
Oh
That
man,
stuff
that's
fascinates
crazy.
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she's doing all the cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so the next morning, Bradley finally like wakes up. He's been out for a couple days. And he's upset, obviously, because he figures out, oh, it's only the two of us that have survived, and we're like stranded here. And so she's able to make a fire, and she's like cooking them fish, and she's trying to feed them fish. She's like, you need your substance,
He's like
your protein.
he's such
like
a baby in
baby.
this scene.
He's
He's
such
like
a man child.
he's like
Oh
no,
my God.
like I will not
Yeah.
eat that. He's like
Right.
turning his face away. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's so intentional though. Like
Yeah.
they're setting the tone for this power role reversal. Like refusing to eat the food like that, like being like a baby. Given that
Yeah.
we just saw him in this like power hungry role, it's like so funny and so embarrassing
Yeah.
for him.
Mm-hmm.
It is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But she's still taking care of him, and she seems very happy. Like, not only is she proud of herself, like she's doing all this, but she's got someone to take care of. But meanwhile, he's being, a huge dick to her. And then he actually tells her, like, you need to watch how you talk to me because you work for me.
Yeah.
And she's like, out here? Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
she takes off. And he's so stubborn. He's like, I can do this all day. And she leaves for like a solid 24 hours. So
Yeah.
he is like starving and thirsty, and he can't walk because he's injured. So he's quickly realizing like he can't survive without her.
Yeah.
So she comes back the next day, and he's like on death's door, or at least pretending to be. I don't know. He's such a baby.
It's like
and she
screaming her
just-
name, like Linda.
Like, Lada. Yeah. And she just, calmly tells him like, we're not in the office anymore. So
Yeah.
suck it up, baby. Right.
Yeah.
And then she tells him that she had seen boar tracks, and she was like, I'm going to go hunting. Like, we need some real food. And so this is the craziest fucking scene in this movie because boars are aggressive.
Yeah.
That's
And-
actually like trained people die
Yes.
trying to hunt boars. Like that's wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, not only is Linda a survivalist, but apparently she's a really good hunter because she is literally up in the tree and like jumps down and impales it from the top.
It's like Arnold
Like,
Schwarzenegger from
This is
Predator,
fucking cool.
man.
Yeah.
yeah, this is. I don't know. This scene is like so gory.
Yeah,
Definitely
very
jump scares.
Sam
with the
Raimi, yeah.
boar.
100%
Yeah.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She comes in like
Yeah.
Tarzan, stabs this thing, and then again it charges it, and she like the boar is obviously like super CGI, CGI.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like it's just there's blood all over. It's like
Everywhere.
it gets close and it starts like spraying mucus and like
Oh
blood all
yeah,
over
so
her.
crazy.
And then she starts like gouging in the eyes. This scene is insane.
It's a
Yeah.
really cool
Like
fucking
I was afraid of
sequence.
her after this scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
It's
was the
fucking
point.
cool.
Like,
Yeah,
she's
then you
kind
have
of
the cool
badass.
cut scene
Oh
of
yeah,
like
on the beach.
of him on like his little fucking canopy, like laying there, and then just like into frame, boom, the boar head hits the ground, like all bloody and shit. Yeah, and his like
sprays him.
splatters
Yeah.
on him. Yeah,
That was I love that.
and then
That was
you
beautiful.
like pan it over to her, and she's covered in blood, and she's like, you know, hunting, I think I like it. It's just like such a great fucking little shot back and forth right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
really great.
And then they feast, and they're like,
Yeah.
this is the first scene where he's legit like happy.
Yeah,
because
starting to kind of
it's
bond a
tasting
bit.
really good,
Yeah.
and they're making jokes about how she's bringing home the bacon.
Yeah, one of her jokes finally like lands.
Finally,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finally, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, she's going on little adventures every day, like exploring the island because he still can't
still
walk.
can't
His leg
move,
is
yeah.
still healing. And she's just, looking for resources. And the one thing about her, though, is that she's starting to look better. Like the fresh air
Yeah,
and
it's kinda
nature
crazy.
agrees with her. So now we're starting
Yeah.
to see, like, the attractive Rachel McAdams
Yeah, I
that we're
know.
used to seeing. But it just goes to show you that, like, her lifestyle wasn't suiting her before. And, like, this is where she belongs.
And
I have
like
to-
it's crazy because she's on an island, so she has less access to resources to like put on makeup. But yet, I think what this was showing was that it's oftentimes the way that you see yourself that makes you good looking. Because if you feel confident
Yeah.
and you feel great, like that energy beams and it literally changes how you look. And like she was looking at her reflection in the waterfall, you remember, and it was just like
Yeah.
she felt free and powerful, and like that's what I feel like it symbolizes. It was really cool.
Yeah, I have to ask you, Laura. Like, did you watch this with your husband? When she starts to make this transition to like attractive character, did you feel like your husband sat up a little bit more? He's like, oh, hello, you know?
Yeah.
Laura's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Send help."
100%.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I get it. She's like so beautiful.
Yeah, but I get like in the beginning, it's like she's just kind of like like dirty looking in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like her hair is always like unkept and look like she doesn't wash it. And then you get these parts, and you're like, oh, hello, Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like her hair is getting all curly and
Yeah.
like flowing in the wind. and
It is
the
pretty
sea
funny
salt,
when she does find the waterfall and she's like fucking dancing like in the water and shit,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a funny sequence. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's thriving out there,
Yeah.
literally thriving. And on one of her little like excursions, she sees a boat.
Yeah.
And like I think her knee jerk reaction is like she's about to call out to the boat, and then she realizes like I don't want to leave this. So she kind
Yeah.
of says to herself, "Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm not
yeah.
ready to be. I'm not ready to go home yet."
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
And meanwhile, Bradley is like just getting angrier that weeks have passed and that no one's come to save them.
Yeah, he keeps telling her like, why aren't we building like a bonfire?
Yeah.
Why aren't we like putting sticks on the ground to send out help? Why aren't we building a raft? Like, why aren't we doing
should
any of
go
these
into
things?
like the shipping lanes to where we can get seen by other boats and like look
Yeah.
for GPS equipment from the plane. To be honest, like those aren't terrible ideas like in themselves.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, like ideally, you're supposed to do both. You're supposed to like
Yeah.
survive and then also try to find salvage.
Right.
You try to get out of here, but she's just like having such a good time. She's like, we don't really need that stuff yet. But he's like, no, we
Yeah.
do. And that's when he has the line to her, I think, when she comes back of like, why don't you do something more? You just want to be like Susie Homemaker, you know? And I think that's
Yeah.
when she gets pissed off, right?
Well, so he's mad because I think she's too like nonchalant about it.
Oh, yeah.
And so he decides he's gonna go like live on his own, like over
this is
here or whatever.
this is another fucking awesome sequence. It's so fucking funny.
But by the way,
Yeah.
like leading up to this, there's this whole like discussion about like I want to build a raft and go out there,
Yeah,
right? And
right.
what I thought was so cool, and I didn't notice the second time around, it's so interesting. You can see in such great acting by Rachel McAdams. You can see it in her body language when she hears that. She knows it's a good idea, but like doesn't want to encourage it. So she's like, "Oh yeah, a raft is a good idea, but." Just as a last resort. So, but he has to believe her because she's already established herself as the authority on the island.
Yeah.
So it's like she's almost utilizing the fact that she's done this and she's the outdoorsy person to manipulate the situation to convince him that it was a bad idea. And like I thought, like this was the first time you thought maybe she's a little bit devious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so
But
he
then we go
storms
into
off.
his other thing.
Yeah,
when
he
leaves.
storms off. He's pretty much like, I fucking saw what you can do. I can put sticks together with rope.
Oh my
You know,
God. It's
he
so funny.
he like
So
hobbles.
funny.
He hobbles over there. He's like tapping rocks. He's tapping a tree, and he's like, yeah, perfect
bees
foundation.
coming out
Yeah,
and-
perfect foundation. Takes off his shirt, finds 2 sticks in the jungle, and just like lays them on a tree. Tries to put it up on a twine, it like falls down and shit.
Yeah.
It's just a great like sequence of like shots of like, you know, then it's like it's starting to like rain and shit, and he's trying to do what you saw her do in the beginning, which like you dig a hole and put coconuts and the leaves collect into them, and he tries to do it right when he gets set up, it stops raining. He just the way he like looks around like, wait, what? It's so fucking funny, dude.
It's good. It's good editing too.
It is,
turning off the rain effects and his reaction to it.
It's so fucking funny, and then it ultimately ends with like him seeing a bug, like crawling on a rock, and he's like hungry, and he grabs the bug, and he does this weird little like laugh he has in this movie where he's like,
Oh my God. Yeah.
like all happy, and he pushed the bug in his mouth and starts chewing it. And it's just like goo is coming out and shit. And he starts like being like, oh my God, this is disgusting. He's choking on it. And he's like spitting it out. And then his like tongue is turning black.
Tongue is black. Yeah.
So fucking
God.
funny. Yeah. And then that's when he has the line. Says something like, he's like, you're beat. Like you're beat. Like you're defeated.
Yeah.
Like you can't do this by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
Well,
fucking
because
great.
he goes over to look at Linda, and she has a sashimi spread.
Like Greg
like
did.
a beautiful,
Like Greg did. Yeah.
Like she made a boat, like a sushi boat for it, and it's got little edible flowers, and she's
Oh
made
my God.
chopsticks. She's eating the
It's
sushi.
so
with
fucking
chopsticks.
funny. She has her cup
Like
with her
Greg.
name on it engraved and shit.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
It's so
Oh, no, I
freaking
lost my
funny.
face again.
Yeah, so
Oh my God.
he comes like walking over now, fucking defeated, you know. And this is like you talked about, Greg, the complete reversal of like where they've been in the beginning of this movie. You know, it's almost playing their meeting back the exact same way.
But flipped.
Yeah,
Right.
but flipped, you know?
Yes.
Because she talks about in the beginning that she met him at a Christmas party and they flirted a little bit. So he kind of does a reversal of like, Linda, like, is it nice to meet you, Linda? Like, I'm surprised to meet you here at this party. Like, kind of going over that
And
again.
even she's like, oh yeah, I kind of remember you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, then she was like, "There's something in your teeth." She had like a piece of the beetle there.
Yeah. Like calling back like the tune on her face, and he has like a wing in his mouth.
Oh, gross.
It's
This whole
fucking
thing, like
great.
the exchange here is one of my favorite because she clearly knows she has the power.
Yeah.
And like every time he tries to like reach out to her and connect, she hits him back with a response. He's like, "I pay for a fortune for sushi like that."
Yeah.
And then she
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, how much would you pay now?" And he's like, "Oh, I'd kill for it." And she goes, but then what would you do tomorrow? And it's
Yeah.
like she keeps him like in checkmate with every phrase that he tries to like schmooze on her, and she takes him out like the way that he did like back at the office. And just, ooh,
Yeah. So he's
a
pretty
great
much just
scene.
he's pretty much just begging
yeah.
to come back.
Apologizing.
He's apologizing.
begging.
He's
Yeah.
saying, you know, we can do better together as a team and this and that and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then she
And then
does.
even there, she's like, he goes, "Yeah, we should work as a team." And then she goes, "That's definitely smart on your part."
Yeah.
She's basically saying like, being a team does nothing for me. Being a team
Yeah.
only benefits you. So don't say this is a team. This is you begging me for my help. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, and then we have the ultimate callback to him with the secretary in the beginning of her saying to him like, "Oh, like how far would you go for me?" You know?
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
so
man.
he stands up and he's like starting to like take off his shirt, and then she's like, "Stop, stop, stop." She's like, "I would never do that." And then she's almost just
Yeah.
like, "I'm not fucking you. Like I'm not
Yeah.
that type of a person," you know? But it's just that whole sequence is, like you said, Greg, such a great callback to the first 15 minutes of this movie, but just completely switching the roles. It's really fucking great. You know, really great writing. Really great writing.
Super
Yeah.
good.
And I
Yeah.
think like ultimately she's happy that he's come crawling back because
Yeah.
like she does crave like a partner or just
Mm-hmm.
you know, anyone to like talk to and like confide in. That's what her bird was, right? She like always wanted friends and never had any friends. So she lets him eat and he is like starving. I mean, the scenes where he's eating are just so funny. He's just shoving shit in his mouth.
Yeah.
And he also sees that she has a knife, like a really nice looking knife.
Oh,
And he's
right.
like, what? And so she says, "Oh, isn't that crazy? This just like washed up on shore." So you're like, "Oh, interesting."
I really didn't. When I saw this the first time, I really didn't even think anything of it. I was like, okay.
Same.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I things I've seen shows like things do wash up all the time. I guess
But things that obviously float.
I know.
Like,
I didn't
think
really
about
put it
that.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also why it's just like Rachel McAdams is so good. It's like you believe her.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Believe
oh,
her.
okay, it did wash up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, I think a few days has gone by, they've eaten, they're doing better with each other, and he's starting to put more weight on his leg and like he can move around. So she's like, here, I'll take you on like a hike and like show you some of the island. And so she's taking him around and she's like teaching him things, teaching him how to determine if berries are poisonous or not by what they look like or a reaction. And then there's these two like rocks that form almost like an X looking thing. And it's really far away. And she's like, hey, like I've been out there. There is nothing good past that. It's all like poisonous vines. So just like don't even bother to go there. And
Yeah.
he's like, okay, whatever. I won't do
And they're
that."
also just like on this fucking crazy cliffside, which like
Yeah.
I have a thing
Yeah.
for heights. Like I don't think I could even like be up there. I couldn't even do that
Yeah.
walk. I would be freaking
Well,
out.
and while they're up there, she actually falls.
Yeah,
She
that's
slips
like
and
a good,
falls.
like a good jump
Yeah.
scare almost. You know,
Yeah.
she goes to turn and just like everything falls out. Great big like sound effect boom and fucking.
Yep.
He jumps down and saves her.
Yep,
Yeah.
he saves her.
When I
Yeah.
first saw this movie, I was getting a little bit suspicious of her. I thought that she might have staged the fall in order to
Oh.
create something that would bring them closer together, like
Oh,
bond them
wow.
to each other. But like second time watching it, I'm like, I don't know, she wouldn't. It was too risky. She literally was like hanging off the side, but like I
Yeah.
don't know, I almost wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is like this scene is probably the friendliest they are and will be with each other in the movie. They're like eating well, and then she tells him like, "Oh, I know how to make like this drink with
toilet wine?
fermented fruit, called toilet wine, and it's essentially like alcohol. It'll get us drunk." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck yeah, let's get drunk." So they're drinking and they're confiding a lot in each other and like really revealing a lot about what is like why they are the way they are, right? And she reveals that she used to be married. She was in an abusive relationship and he died via car accident. And then he tells her that he was raised by like a really abusive mother. And so she's like, oh yeah, monsters are made, not born, so it's like, that's revealing a lot about him. And then she goes on and tells him even more. And she says that, I used to hide the keys every time my husband would like get drunk because he'd be like a really angry, abusive drunk. And then that night I didn't. I gave him the keys and then I even gave him like a topper and sent him on his way. And so indirectly kind of killed her husband.
Killing indirectly, yeah.
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 And then she makes the worst move and tells Bradley, I'm really happy here. I don't ever want to leave. And
Yeah,
that's
she's
when he's
hammered.
like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's bound to come out.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what makes him feel like he needs to try to do something, I guess,
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, as much as we say, like, this is the happiest they are, like, you can still tell that he is not happy.
Oh,
You
right.
know?
Yeah.
Even the scene where she finally gave him the food and he's eating it, like, he's like, oh my God, this is so good. And he would, like, look at her and, like, oh, like, grit his teeth, like, motherfucker, like, still pissed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
he's still, I think, been planning something. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, still in this scene, you think that they're still bonding.
Yeah.
There's like a really bad rainstorm and they're like drenched and all their stuff gets ruined. And so they run into like a cave to hunker down and they're like keeping each other warm, right? And then he says like, for everything you've done, I want to make you dinner tonight. And so you're like, oh, I mean, you're
Yeah.
suspicious, but she's like, oh my God, this is awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Look how close we're getting.
Yeah.
He ends up poisoning her with the dinner, using some of the berries that she had taught him about. And he does that because he runs out with some shoddy raft that he built on the side and chooses dead at night with like raging waves to try to go pull a castaway and float to help. So,
Yeah.
Even Moana, when she tried this, she did it during the daytime where you could
Yeah.
see, but he
Right.
was
Stupid.
just dumb.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he makes it over like 2 waves and then just fucking gets destroyed by a wave and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like
Yeah.
drowning and then
Oh,
has like a
this is-
vision, right?
Sam Raimi moment here. Here we go.
This is, what is it about like vomit and mouths and like
He
things
loves
going
just
into
being
your
He does love
mouth?
it.
disgusting.
He
Yeah.
does. He
He
loves
really
it.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like what, laying on the ground, like whatever, like drown, like whatever. She's trying to get like the water out of him, but then she's also sick from the poison, and she's just like
Right.
she's like
She's trying to do
puking on his
CPR on
face.
him, but then like
Yeah.
Over
she
and
can,
over again.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
so
fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Yeah.
It's so gross.
It's
Yeah.
so fucking cool.
But also, like, kind of funny. Like, this is what you
Oh,
get.
100%.
You
Yeah.
poisoned me, so
It
I'm
was
just gonna
super
puke
funny.
all over you.
Yeah,
six
like you're
times.
watching it and you're like cringing because you're like, oh my god, and then you're also like laughing at the same time. It's just it's such a
Yeah.
great. It's just a Sam Raimi thing. It's just like
Yeah.
only this guy can do this type of like cringe horror, like grossness and be funny. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
So then the next day, to get revenge, she
This is
cooks
fucking
up
crazy.
some like
Yeah,
octopi,
like octopus.
whatever. Yeah, and is feeding it to him, and he's like, "Oh, are you gonna have any?" And she's like, "No, my stomach's still kind of queasy." And all of a sudden, he starts to feel weird, like his jaw's getting kind of lax, and he's like, kind of like jerking around. And she tells him like, "Oh, this type of octopus, like it will paralyze you. You won't be
Like
able to
toxin.
move, speak, and you also won't feel anything. You'll just be totally paralyzed, but like it will wear off, so don't worry."
Right.
And she starts telling him like, "You've been bad, and my dad said growing up that when an animal is bad, like you get it fixed when it's acting that way." And so she basically tells him, "I am going to castrate you."
Yeah, she pulls off his pants and his underwear.
Pulls off his
And
pants.
he's like literally like screaming without moving. He's
Trying
just
like,
like,
oh yeah.
yeah, eyes are getting watery and shit. She's heating up the knife, and getting ready and shit. Yeah, go for it, Laura. You can take the rest.
And then all of a sudden, she's like down there in the area, and you just hear like noises and squelching, and then blood just like splatters, and she's like, "Oh, you're a bleeder," and like, "Wow," and
He's freaking out.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like
thinking
crying.
his balls are
Like
literally getting chopped off.
I have to give Dylan O'Brien credit for this scene. I mean, he's pretty good in most of this movie playing like an asshole, but this scene, like playing paralyzed, like internally screaming with your eyes, like then like tearing up and like waters, like what I mean, like you're crying, like
Yeah,
the close up shot of his face when things are happening, like he really nailed this fucking sequence.
did.
yeah,
Like you feel it. Yeah.
yeah. But she pulls up a dead rat. She was killing a dead rat, like right in between his legs, just to like threaten him and scare him.
Yeah.
You know what? Like
Yes.
to me, this is how you build a scary moment. Like I didn't think about this until the second time watching it, but it's totally believable that she would do this. Like this is the first time you actually hear scary music pop into the movie. She the whole time she's like flexing her knowledge on how like Egyptians used to do this, and like we've bought into the fact that she knows a lot, and then she acts on what she knows, right?
Yeah.
And so like as an audience, we feel like she's actually kind of totally justified in doing this. I don't know if you guys caught this, but she mentioned just before this, it'll take a lot more berries than what you gave me to kill me. And I don't know if you noticed this, right after that, he said, "Oh, I even failed at that." So he actually thought
Maybe try to
he could
kill
kill
her.
her. So like like all of this like leads up to this, of course, in the Sam Raimi component, thinking like, oh, he's definitely gonna like make her castrate him, and like with the dog story, like you mentioned, you are so convinced that she's on a warpath to do this.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's like paralyzed to where he wouldn't scream, but he's like you said, Rob, he's convinced that this is happening. Like it's such a great build to a horror moment like this. And like the fact that they diffused it with the rat, this was like a beautiful scene.
Yeah, it
was
gave
a
me
good
like
scene.
it gave me very like Misery vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, like somebody like taking care of somebody, but then like abusing them in the same way, like going crazy like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Really,
great it's a
really
great
good.
reveal sequence. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah,
she's like,
I
"Next time
definitely
it
felt
won't
some
be a
kind of
rat."
way. Yeah, I was like, oh no, this makes me uncomfortable. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great scene. Yeah, so now it's been like a couple days. He's like not talking to her. They're just coexisting, but
Yeah.
he's traumatized and just so mad. And so she's like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna go out and get us some nice fruit. And while she's out, another boat has spotted her and is like coming for her. And it's Zuri. It's Bradley's fiance, and she's waving and she's like, Linda, Linda. And I mean, you could just tell Linda's like, fuck, like, oh no.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave. I don't want to get rescued. And so it's just Zuri and like a boat, like a local boat captain. And she establishes just the two of them. And so she's like, okay, you guys follow me. I'll like take you to where Bradley is. It's like kind of steep. Be careful. And so she leads them up to the part where she fell. And she's like very aware of where that is. And she reaches over to like pretend to tie her shoes. And she's like, oh, go ahead. And so Zuri trips and falls, like just like Linda did. And she's hanging there. And the boat captain's like, you know, trying to save her. And he's like, help, help, help.
Yeah.
And all we see, the only shot we get is just Linda. And you kind of can't, I couldn't really tell, like, was she looking stressed because she's like, oh no, I don't know what to do. Like, I need to save them.
That's what I took it as. She like honestly doesn't know what to do. Like, she definitely led her there to be like, oh, maybe they'll fall off the cliff, but maybe she just thought they were gonna fall off and she wasn't gonna have to make a decision. But the fact that she's having to like choose now to like help or not, and they're like yelling at her, she's like internally like, oh my god, am I this monster? Am I this person?
Yeah, this is almost like the trolley problem, right? Like, you know, in philosophy they talk about, like, you know, if people are laying on the tracks on one side and there's like one person on the other, which way do you switch the lever? Like, but they've studied that when people think that there's like a lever involved, they feel like detached from the situation, like as if they didn't cause it. But then like if you were to say, okay, now you push a person on the tracks, would you do it? It changes it because you feel like more of an active participant. So I think I agree with you, Rob. I think she didn't expect to actually have to be the one to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can see in her face. Like I love when Zuri arrived. Like Linda's face, like her she was smiling from side to side, but her eyes were freaking terrifying.
Like,
It's so good.
Yeah. But then it just
we
cuts,
don't see
right?
what happens. Yeah, it cuts. We don't.
Cuts.
So we don't know.
Yeah,
but she does go to Bradley without them.
By
so,
herself.
I mean, you assume they're
Yeah.
probably dead. And but she's depressed. She's like super depressed, not being normal Linda.
She just like walks into like the far shot water, like, and goes on her knees and just starts like, it almost looks like she's crying, and then she's like rinsing her arms off in the water, and he's like watching her like what's wrong, like what's going on with her,
right? Yeah, and then she says, "I'm taking a sick day."
Yeah, then she just like lays in bed for
Nice
like a day or two. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is another like very Sam Raimi scene. She like wakes up at night and she thinks she hears Zuri calling her.
This is definitely like the horror like jump. You get a jump scare.
Oh,
you know what I mean? You've had a couple ones with the boar and maybe like falling off the cliff where it's like noise related sound effects that kind of give you a jump, but this is like a legit like Sam Raimi jump scare. It's really fucking cool. Yeah,
the way Zuri is like crawling on the beach, it's all like weird and contortionist. Yeah. And oh my god. And so she just seems like a zombie, and then Zuri's yelling like, you tried to kill me, but then like, you know, vanishes because it's a dream. And then all of a sudden we have like a zombie just like pops up
pop out
Linda.
from the background. It's crazy too, because I watched this the second time, and so like it like pops up behind Linda, like looking at Linda, and then it like looks at like the viewer. It looks at the camera, which to me, like, I didn't catch it the first time, but the second time I caught it, I found it way more creepier when it looked like at me. Yeah. Like it was like creepier to me. I was like, holy shit, like it scared me. It was a great jump scare. And it's just like fucking decomposed face. It was all crazy looking. Yeah. Great jump scare.
So it's the next day now, and Bradley had seen another boar, and he's like gonna try to hunt the boar. Like that would have never worked, but he's like looking at it, and it looks like it's eating something on the beach. And so he goes out there to see what it is, and it's Zuri's hand. Her hand is just like sticking out of the sand. It's washed up, and he recognizes it because of the wedding ring. Yeah.
Like huge diamond.
Yeah. So he confronts Linda. He's got the ring. He confronts her, and she's like, it was an accident. But he has stolen her knife. So now he's the one who's regained the power now. And so she makes a run for it, and they're like fighting in the jungle.
This is a great fight sequence too now.
Insane.
Like another gory one too.
Yeah, this movie's kind of crazy because there's like so many different tropes happening. Whether it's like a little horror trope, it's like a little romantic trope, it's a little like, you know, survival trope. Now we're to like literally a fight sequence. You know, and it's a great fight sequence between them too.
Yeah, they're like fighting and clawing, like biting off pieces of
Biting each other.
Like he
Yeah.
gouges her in the eye. That was
Oh
Oh,
man,
that
that
was
one like I
rough.
had like my eye was like twitching. I was like, oh shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, mm-hmm,
Oh my God, that one was rough. Yeah.
yeah,
She like tears the skin off and like spits
mm-hmm,
it back at him. Oh yeah, but the
yeah,
eyeball
mm-hmm,
thing. Oh my God, super gory.
mm-hmm.
But she ends up getting the knife back and she stabs him.
Right in the side. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she stabs him. But he gets away and he's now running towards the part of the island that she told
Oh,
him not to go to.
and you
Oh, did I
get
forget something?
the no, you get the iconic Sam Raimi camera running through like a wilderness, like
Oh,
Evil Dead
yeah.
movies, but it's running through a jungle. The POV,
hmm
it's just like it's his like trope. It's his like perfect shot he does in like most of his movies. It's really great. Yeah,
But then what comes out of the shot is a
he stumbles
twist.
upon. Mm-hmm.
At least
Yeah,
first time watching is a big twist. It like
Yeah.
zooms
yeah.
out and there is a beautiful house like in the distance that he now sees. Just a house. Like
A
they could have
mansion,
survived.
like
Yeah,
a
a
cliffside
mansion.
mansion. Mm-hmm.
So he's able to get in. He like breaks in. And I mean, I thought this scene was so well acted by him because he's truly reacting to two things at once, like so well. It's like the survivalist in him, he opens up the fridge and he sees like the water and he's chugging the bottles of water, but he's also so shocked that this house is there and that Linda clearly knew and like didn't tell him. I thought his acting in the scene was like
Yeah.
so good.
Like
Oh man.
I knew something in the beginning of the movie where she was like, "Don't go over there. Don't go over to the
Yeah.
X." Like I knew something was there. We had already seen one boat. My thought on the process was like, "Oh shit, the other side of this island is like a resort." That was like
Oh,
that was my
Whoa,
first
that would be
thought.
insane.
that would have been
But like
crazy.
when you
Yeah.
get this reveal of like, oh, it's like a crazy mansion up there. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I thought it was still a good reveal. I was still like, oh shit, like I knew something was there. Did you guys both
Yeah.
know immediately when she said don't go there? There's something there.
I kind of took it like as it kind of reminded me of like that scene in Lion King where like Mufasa's like Simba, that shadowy area, like don't
Mm.
go there. Like I kind of thought that like she was definitely hiding something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
but I actually thought they had shown all these like panning like landscapes of the island. I thought she was just afraid of it being like the side that was like facing civilization on that side of the ocean. I didn't
Right.
Mm-hmm.
think there was like an actual mansion with like electricity, full appliances, food,
Yeah.
bottled water, like the speaker system. Like I was not expecting
So it
that.
was like a huge reveal for you then.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice. You,
It
Laura?
was
And
for
and it
me
was
too.
it was
Yeah.
cool too because like
Nice.
I think at this point, look, she killed Zuri in a lot of ways. Like I feel like they're both justified in whatever violence happened. Like they both deserve this at the point, even though
Yeah.
she was a victim. You murdered someone, and so it's like the other part too was you realize that she like summarized like how she broke into the mansion, right? But like you kind of think like, okay, well, how much of her survival instinct was like bullshit?
Right. All that fruit she was collecting could have just come from the house and
Oh,
yeah.
100%. I mean, I take anything after you see the knife as like from the house. Like when she has that giant sushi board, like that's all from the house. That's
Oh
all from the
yeah,
Yeah.
house. That's all the fruit. Like that's all from the house, I think.
right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
she did pretty good
Yeah.
for the first week or two, I think, when
Yeah.
they were like eating that shitty fish she found or whatever, or like a mango or something like that. But like, yeah, beyond that, all the crazy she was making, that was all from the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, she did hunt and kill and cook the boar though.
Oh
That
yeah.
she
Oh
did.
yeah. Borside.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that
I'm not
deserves
taking
credit
anything
for
away
that.
from her. Yeah, she did great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hilarious because she's gotten in the house too, and she's like talking to him over the intercoms of the house. She's like familiar with the house, right? And she's watching him from the cameras. And then she's admitting to him, like, yeah, I saw a boat a while back, and I just,
Yeah. Like
that's
Greg
actually
said,
how I found the house.
you get the
Yeah,
flashbacks. You get the flashbacks.
right. And admitting that she killed Zuri and the captain. And now she comes at him and she has a gun. There's like a gun in the house. She's got it. And, it looks like she's going to shoot him like square in the face. So he is giving her all the BS he can, just trying to get her to like make it look like he's apologetic and don't shoot
Yeah.
me.
Apologizing.
And just when you think, oh, maybe it's going to work, she realizes that he has a weapon behind his back. He's like stolen a piece off of a statue.
He even goes as far as to be like, "I love you." Like
Oh,
yeah.
like I
Like,
love
how
you,
did she believe
and like
that?
we can like live here together. Like we can be together. I love you. You know what I mean? And it seems like
Yeah.
she's buying it, and she's like ready to be like,
Little
I
bit.
love you
Yeah.
too, until she notices like, yeah, the background. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy for both of them. Like fucking
I
crazy.
know. I know. But she notices it too late because he
Yeah.
overtakes her and he gets the gun and then he's got that line where he's like, "Bye, bitch," from accounting or whatever he says, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Strategy and planning."
Yeah.
And then he goes and
Planning.
like goes to shoot her and kill her and there's no bullets. So
Yeah.
it's like, yep, strategy and planning, that's right.
Yeah.
But then she gets like a club,
A golf club.
golf club, and then
So
just
poetic.
that's it. Just
Yeah, she like hits him in like the arm, I think, and then he takes out his leg and he's laying on the ground. And then it's like literally she does like a golf swing, and then it's like the camera is like almost like the golf club, and it's like zooming into like his eye. So it's like she just
Yeah.
like destroyed the side of his face, and it's almost like his eyeball cuts to like a golf ball. Because then it cuts to
Yes.
because then it
Yes.
cuts to
Right.
like
Yes.
the aftermath. You know,
Yeah.
you can take the aftermath, Laura. Go for it.
Yeah, so now we're a year later, it says, and she is looking gorgeous, playing golf, thriving again, but back to reality. And then a reporter or like an interviewer goes up to her and says, like, you were the sole survivor, and you had a bestseller, and now it's turning into a movie. Like, just so clearly she's used all of this, and now she's reached fame and fortune, and she's doing really well. And drives off in like a really fancy car. I loved this ending.
Yeah,
And
it's
I don't know what
it's
that says
playing,
about me, but I loved it.
It's playing the
loved it.
song that she said is her karaoke song. I'm gonna get you,
Yeah.
get you, get you.
Oh,
You know, and
yeah,
then
yeah, that's right.
she like looks at the camera and like winks and shit. And the bird's with
Yeah.
her. She has her bird with her. You know.
There's no way that bird survived without food for that long. Maybe it's a new
No.
bird.
I guess
Maybe
we.
she left a lot of feed in this
Wow,
game.
we found the one plot hole, Sam Raimi.
No,
Yeah.
I really loved it. And I also liked it too. I don't know if they did this on purpose. My husband thinks they did, but the song, One Way or Another, that's like a big song in Mean Girls too.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh shit. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe then I could see that then.
Nice. That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and then that's it. That's how it ends. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. I really like the ending because, like you guys said, like they're both evil. And this is one of those times where I was rooting for her. I know she was like a villain in her own right, but
Yeah.
I was rooting for her. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
happy.
was I never once turned to rooting for him ever. Like
Yeah.
she went insane at the end, but I still was like, oh well, he fucking deserves it. He's kind of a douchebag.
Like
I never
I was
turned.
obviously rooting for her too, but then for me, what I thought was a really cool like idea in this movie, which I mentioned after she killed his fiance, right? That's murder, but it's like the idea to me, it's like the idea of like obviously hurt people, right?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
to me, it's like with the whole role reversal thing, you root for her and you want her to get back, but sometimes it's hard to tell like when the victim who's now become like the offender when have they got their proper revenge versus like when do you go too far, right?
Yeah.
So like the thing too is I didn't notice until the second watch was the whole movie, even when she feels like oppressed and like ignored, she still has like a happy, like joyful demeanor. She's always like joking and smiling. In the end, when she was in the car, she winked, but she had like an obvious frown. She was like just very like straight faced. So it makes you wonder like, was all of this worth it? Like when you become the thing that hurt you, like are you able to like
Yeah.
let it go? Like where do you go too far? And like that whole
Yeah.
thing throughout this movie was just amazing, and it was just played out so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a fun movie. You know what I mean?
really fun.
It's just
Yeah.
fun. It's just like a movie that's just like a fun ride. You know what I mean? Like it's just really fucking great. I loved it.
And good acting. I mean,
Oh,
the
100%.
two, it's basically the two of them through 95% of this movie, and they both just killed it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
they
need a
did.
huge cast. Just like exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was
Yeah.
great. It was great. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So what
I-
are we gonna rate this movie? What are we gonna do? How many boar heads? How many testicles? What do you want to do?
How many board testicles?
How many more testicles? Let's do it.
How many boar testicles we're gonna do?
The weirder, the better. I love
Yeah.
it.
Okay. All right.
And you have to rate in orders.
They gotta
of
go.
two.
They gotta go in pairs, right? I guess, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So we're actually doing 1 through 6. Our first 1 through 6 rating.
I feel like we're all gonna rate this pretty highly. So
Yeah. You want to go
Yeah,
first,
Rob,
Laura?
why don't you go?
Oh,
No,
me?
you go
Okay.
first,
All
Rob.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this movie is just like a fun ride. It's just a fun ride. Acting's great. I love Rachel McAdams. Dylan O'Brien surprised me a lot in this movie. Like, I don't know him from a lot of things. Like, I've seen him in things before, but he was really great playing like a dickhead through most of this movie. And like I said, that one scene where like he's going to be amputating him and like his facial expressions, really great. Really well shot. Sam Raimi did great. I mean, man, it's hard to like not say this movie is perfect because I really have trouble finding anything bad about it. But I mean, I would have to say then like, man, we're doing 6 then? We're doing 1 through 6?
Sure.
Then I would say like a 5.5. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Okay.
right there with perfect for what you're getting with this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, 5.5 boar testicles. Yeah.
Okay, but if we're doing 5.5, then we didn't need to go to 6.
All right, then we'll just go to
That's
5. Then I'll say 4.5. 4.5.
Okay,
Almost
okay.
perfect. Almost perfect.
Okay.
It's just fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next?
What about you, Greg?
Yeah, four and a half. 4.5 boar
Damn.
testicles too. It's so good. Like the role reversal thing. Like, name me a better movie that's done this. Like
Yeah.
taking the whole office speak, using it on the island. Honestly, like if you watch this movie, watch it again and like listen to how clever their back and forths are. Watch their body language, their acting. It's masterful to me. Like, I know it's goofy because of the Sam Raimi element, but like it's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm right there with you guys. I'm giving it a
Wow.
4.5. When I first saw it, I left the theater so jolly. I was like, that was incredible. I have been, you guys know, I wasn't a huge Sam Raimi. Not that I wasn't a fan, but I didn't love that style of horror like a few years ago. And I've really grown up, you guys. Like, I can
Wow,
handle a
good
lot more
job.
gore now. And I can kind of like look at these scenes that are like very clearly him and be like, okay, I see like the humor in it, and I can just like not take it so seriously and enjoy the ride. And I know he didn't write this, but I think out of all the films that he's written or directed, like, this is my favorite because I don't think I've ever seen the acting be this good too. So it's just like,
Yeah.
it's
could say that.
just so
It elevates
good.
his art, actually.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
acting. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend anybody out there if you haven't seen it. I think maybe by the time we're doing this, maybe it'll be just dropping on like VOD. Definitely check it out. It's a fun ride. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. And I also think that it is gory, but a lot of non-horror fans can watch this. This kind of dips into like I know a lot of people that said they went to see this who do not like horror. And they're
Yeah,
like, yeah,
it's-
I mean, there were some scenes, but it
Yeah.
was, it's like comedic and
Yeah.
just
Right.
fun.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Awesome. All
Did
right.
it. We did it. Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for watching and listening. Subscribe, rate, review our podcast and YouTube, and follow and contact us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Conjecturing Pod, and let us know what movies to do next. New, old. Tell us not to watch something. You know we're gonna watch it, so let us.
It's the
Let us
fastest
know.
path to getting us
That's
to
true.
watch the movies.
Yeah.
Just,
Truly,
tell us
truly.
what
That's
to
true. Mm-hmm.
And follow Rob because he's famous. So Rob, where are you
follow
at?
me. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky at the RL Rights, talking about horror movies, memes, maybe a new horror short film. We'll see if I got a new announcement coming out. We'll check that out.
Oh,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
awesome. All right. Until next time, remember, horror is subjective, so conjecture away. See ya.
Check your way, everybody.
See
Going to the beach. Gonna hang out and eat Greg's sushi.
Let's
Do it,
go to
man.
the beach.
Let's
beach.
eat sushi together.
Yeah, let's eat it, dude. Let's eat it.
Do you
me get-
wasabi yours or what?
Yeah.
Where
Let
are
me get
my
the-
sunglasses? I'm sad.
Let me get those testicles, Greg. Let me
Oh,
get
here
those
we go.
testicles. Yeah.
I'll be Linda Little.
Oh yeah, there you go, Laura.
All right, you
I
both
like
get
it.
testicles. There you go.
We both get testicles.